Welcome back to the Reggies podcast. You're here with three blokes that have become two again that could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. And in the great words of Brian Taylor, it is absolutely pissing down in Gladstone City. So that's what you can hear in the background. BT, you've got some work to do, mate. Nothing we can do. We've had 100 mil in 24 hours. And
we're not weather gods.
Not even sad about it.
Fuck no.
It's good to see.
Have the golf course is nice and green. That's all I'm thinking
Surely
of.
Sunday afternoon I'll be off. I've just started day shift, so that means I'll come off Saturday morning.
Beautiful.
Have a little sleep, golf.
Perfect.
The Paris Games, they're over. Closing ceremony, definitely not as much of a fucking catastrophe as the opening ceremony. Australia's most successful Olympic Games in terms of gold medals ever. Yes. Woo! Yes, we will discuss the breakdancing, or more specifically, big Raygun.
Whatever the fuck that was.
I got right into the track cycling at the end there. Fuck, that's good to watch.
Did ya?
That velodrome, it's 45 degrees up that bank.
Really?
That's the angle on that thing. It's unreal. Wow. We've got all the footy from both codes. Seems like forever ago, but Penrith gave Jason and I all sorts of PTSD on Friday night. Also, hang on. Just got word in, breaking news, Carlton have just turned up to the MCG right now as they thought the game against Hawthorn was tonight rather than Sunday afternoon.
Instant drive-by.
Also very, very jealous of anyone who attended the darts in Wollongong over the weekend, the Reggies sport of all. All that to come, but first and foremost, it was the big red man's to my right. He turned 21, can you believe that, on Monday. Yes. Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
I'm sure the head was sore on Monday
after
the carry-on Sunday night.
It still fucking is.
We had a little public holiday here in Gladdy on Monday because of the show that everyone goes to.
So many people, especially in this weather. It would have been a huge turnout.
Well, it wasn't even on.
Yeah, so
I don't get it.
I can't remember the last time I fucking went to one.
So I was gonna wait till Thursday, but I didn't want you to think that I'd fucking forgotten.
You got something?
I've got
fucking
a little delivery here. I haven't got it with me.
True,
because it got delivered today.
Oh, yep.
But I got you a fucking little gift.
Oh,
hopefully I can find it here. It's unreal.
You didn't have to do that.
You will love it. I can't quite.
You can just wait till Thursday.
It's a corduroy snapback, and it's an official Geelong Cats one.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's I've got my very own Hawthorn one, and
mate, that is prime.
I'm not a big corduroy hat wearer, but you are, and I love this thing.
I love them.
So,
I have about 400 hats as well, and I've been meaning to get a Cats one.
Yeah, well,
that'll go beautifully with
you.
my,
you won't take this off. Because I haven't taken the Hawthorn one off.
That's prime. Thanks,
anyway,
mate. You're a fucking legend.
I'll give it to you Thursday because it's in Tannum.
Sounds good. I'll be wearing it when I fly down to the grand final this year.
How's this rain?
Dude, I don't have the earmuffs
What was that,
right
mate?
now because I'm battling a middle ear infection.
Oh, that's right.
So the ear's a bit sensitive, and I can just purely hear everything.
I'm not sure if
I have to yell.
Did I say 21 or 61 that you just turned
or
on
6.
Monday? Oi, has anyone noticed you can't hear Tom, by the way? No squawking coming from my left. Might have to give it a few presses later on, the old Crow sound maker.
In his honour, for sure.
In his honour after that huge win, and it helped Hawthorn out too. So
big time.
Big time helped us out.
Big time.
In the RLC, everyone's... This is proper cheating.
I can't control me laugh, cunt. This is bucketing down. Cats and dogs.
Fuck, man. Is anyone going to be able to listen to this?
This is pretty hectic.
Yeah.
This is wild.
BT's going to have to get stuck into his work.
I hope BT can do something because, fuck me, it'd be tough work. This is going to be a great episode too.
For sure.
Absolute
We've got
ripper.
a lot of action.
Hey, everyone's been sharing pictures of the new John Daly trucker. Fuck, they're a good hat. It perfectly sums up the show. So thanks everyone again for getting around that and supporting the show. Merchandise is a pretty big reason of why we can keep doing this. So thanks a heap.
100%.
Now, because we do have such a big show, this is fucked.
It's somehow getting heavier and heavier.
Has this ever happened before?
Not this fucking
This is
heavy,
literally
man.
the heaviest
Jesus.
rain Gladstones ever seen.
Let's get straight into the footy.
Yes,
because
rugby.
we can cover big Raygun and the Paris
That's going to be
games
covered
later on.
pretty heavily, I feel.
That's going to be later.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get into the footy now. I got a heap on the footy this week, so sorry if you're a Storm or Rabbitohs fan because that was just expected on Thursday.
Yeah.
Storm just keep moving forward, and a mouth-watering Thursday night footy clash to look forward to against Penrith this week.
Isn't it? Game of the round.
That is going to be a ripper. But then Friday night, 6 p.m.
Mate.
The old Gold Coast also forgot what day they were playing because
That was
44 zip against the Sharks on the Gold Coast after last week against Brisbane. That's
a lot of people backed in Titans. It felt weird seeing Titans be favourites against a top 4 team and proved that maybe they shouldn't be very often because 30-0 by halftime, I think it was.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is embarrassing.
I think it just proves that the two major codes of footy this year is fucking so close and it's just impossible to tip.
It was AFL has probably been a bit closer, but the league in the last few weeks is really starting to tighten things up from that like 4th to 10th position. Like it has been such an interesting year, but shit for me tipping.
I've got was for later when I'm talking about the Broncos, but Titans 46-18 over Brisbane. Next week, 44-0 loss to Cronulla. Broncos obviously go down 46-18 to the Titans and then win 42-18 over North Queensland.
You fucking couldn't write this shit, man.
You fucking worked that out. But yeah, massive for the Sharks, I reckon.
Huge. That'd be a big confidence boost because they had no Trindle and no Hines.
Yep.
They had a hooker playing in halfback, which is a lot of the reason why I went, I'm not fucking tipping them. They can't do it. I've been calling pretenders all year, but 44 points is a huge confidence booster.
I don't think they can win without Nico. They can't win the comp, but
no chance.
They look pretty destined to finish top 4 because with 4 games to go, they got 2 home games against the Wars and the Knights.
And they are flat track bullies.
2 home games, but against the Wars and the Knights, very winnable.
For sure.
And then there's a Shire derby thrown in there too against the Dragons.
Yeah,
obviously, that's
true.
going to be winnable as well.
Sure.
So I reckon they're,
It's going to be tough between them and Dogs for that 4th spot, I reckon.
4th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're only 2 points
Dogs
behind,
are
aren't
2
they?
points behind, and fucking they are playing some unreal rugby league at the moment.
It is good to see.
For sure.
So I reckon Sharkies, it's on their boot whether they make the top 4 or not.
Yep.
And as we know, anything can happen, so they'll probably miss the 8 now.
They'll lose every game for the rest of the season. Now we've said this.
Penrith, how the fuck
Mate.
did they do that, mate?
Watching it Friday night, I had the Collingwood and the Collingwood and Swans game on this game, looking at the scoreline, and the live bets that you had for Penrith were in the 5s and 6s, and everyone's writing them off, and you're going, they're done. 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I went, well, I'm a Brisbane fan, and I'm going to fucking tell you a little story about a team that came back, and it was Penrith. And this is one of... Probably it was a round game, so it's obviously nowhere near the grand final, but to score 3 tries in the space of 3 minutes and bring it back within. And, of course, Cleary having the game-winning kick at the end there. You went, he's not missing this, is he?
Para have just got this sick sense, though, to be able to go to CommBank only in the regular season and fucking turn it on against Penrith.
They always make it a great fucking game, and they've won plenty of them.
No Moses. I'll just give them absolutely no chance. And they're fighting for the spoon. And then they come out and put on a clinical 72 minutes.
I don't know how they do it. They just step up against their rivals. But I'll tell you one thing. Clint Gutherson, mate, that kick he had, it just felt...
That's
that was
twice
another...
he's done that
yeah,
this year.
I think it might have been against Tigers they did earlier in the year. I'll probably get corrected on that. But I know he missed one from almost the exact same spot.
Very
and
similar.
then I just went... Surely he's going to miss this. Like, everyone was looking one way. It's Paras. Penrith go and do what they do best, and Gutho does what he does best. Drain more fluid at your knees, mate, because it's clearly fucking with your kicking.
I can't believe they blew the lead like that. But Penrith just had so much more run in their legs late, It was just one-way traffic. The Eels were spent, but...
Well, that's why Penrith is such a fucking elite team. They're a level above, is because they just play 80 minutes of rugby league no matter what.
They just reckon that... I reckon now, it's almost like Collingwood in the AFL the last couple of years. They just think they can win from anywhere.
Yeah, exactly
in the fourth quarter or the second half. Look, it would hurt, obviously, for the Eels. It would hurt more if they were... in the top 8 or chasing top 4 or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Like it
They were
wouldn't-
playing for the jersey 100% in that game.
They should be okay. They shouldn't get the spoon, but you never know.
You just don't know.
The Tigs might go on a run.
Especially if we keep tipping Leichhardt.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more games they've got at Leichhardt, but that's all they've got riding on them at the
I
moment.
can't tip Leichhardt anymore. They just hurt me too much.
It adds
Tri-Fest in Canberra, Ricky Stewart must ponder why he still does it.
I don't know how he still does it. He just has too much love for Canberra.
Horrible defence from both teams, but
was
I
very
mean,
sloppy, wasn't
good
it?
game for the neutral fan. And then,
Good game for the punter.
yeah, true. A second half clinic from the Bronx against the Cows.
What happened?
The Cows were shit. Bronx were okay. I said that when we beat the Knights a few weeks ago. But
yeah.
down 18-6 early, then 18-12 at half. I mean, Katoni Stags, what's going on there?
I'm not even happy about his
What a
performance.
This is what, but last time we said this, we said it's a once a year thing.
Yeah, he's done it a couple
Now
of
it's
times.
been twice in very, very short period of time. So maybe he's realised, hey, I'm big and strong and fast, and I'm going to use it to my
Maybe I
ability.
should use my best attributes in the game. But you're right though. Like in the recent times that Bronx have been struggling, he's actually been someone who has been playing probably the best rugby league and has stepped up when he needs to.
Yeah.
People are already jumping the gun saying he should be the $1 million player. Throw the fucking bank at him. It's
Please
like,
don't.
woo woo. We need to
Please
see a bit more
don't.
consistency. But Katoni, please, I'm begging you, play like that every week, mate. Because you're going to be the most damaging fucking edge player in the comp if you played like that every week.
Yeah. Just run as hard as you can like you do. And because he's almost nuggety in a way. And then he's just so like, it's almost like he's real firm and just hard to fucking tackle.
He would just be an absolute menace to tackle. And that it's all natural ability too.
Yeah.
Because you can tell sometimes defensive decision making.
He's not the
all,
brightest.
Yeah, he's not all there. Hence why Tom Dahl says he's going to be a bricklayer.
Tom says that.
But
He kind of proved it though with that video of him and Latrell that circulated
when he
around.
said that the biggest continent is Mars. Katoni, you need to keep playing how you did in the weekend, mate, because the general knowledge isn't all there.
Oh, it felt good against the OG arch rivals though.
It did.
The
It
OG
fucking oath it
rivals
did.
up there in enemy territory too in Townsville.
That's right, and they're a team that is contending for top 8
the
footy as
bye
well.
this week for the Bronx too, so another
It's
2
huge.
points. Still got the flights firmly booked in for September 1st though.
Yeah, there's no way.
Straight to Cooter.
Yeah, the boys have, even if we get the bias, we obviously get 2 points there.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember who we play the other games, but our final game of the season is against Melbourne.
yeah.
And there is just zero chance.
Oh, we'll probably beat them because they'll rest every cunt.
We need a lot of things to go our way. If
Even
we want
so,
to get,
exactly.
Yeah,
Need to win everything and then hope that
that's
teams
right.
lose.
Every
and-
other team loses every game somehow.
It's a nightmare. Right. This one might be, we just might go for a while here. The Doggies and the Dragons was dubbed game of the round at a sold-out Jubilee.
Saturday night, that was
And-
fucking cool to see, eh?
Now, this is twice in a row that the Dragons fans sold out a stadium and the team has not shown up.
What was the
Doggies were prime, and it wasn't a bad game. Not like the last one. Who was that against? Penrith. They
Yeah,
sold out
yeah,
fucking
that's
Wynn
right.
Stadium, and Penrith just fucked them.
humped.
Yeah. So at least they were in it for a bit longer here, but oh man, the Dogs, they're just unreal in defence. Here's some stats for you actually. The Dogs
Let's
have
hear it.
scored the least amount of points of anyone in the top 8. So
Wow.
they've scored the least. And it's like 50 points to the next least as well. So it's not just, it's 50 points to the next least. Compare it to a team like Parramatta, who are coming 16th. The Dogs have only scored 8 more points than the Eels all season.
Wow.
8. But they have the second best defensive side in the comp, second only to Penrith, only by 3 points. You know what I mean?
So they're just winning low-scoring games.
Penrith have let in 324 points and the Dogs have let in 327. And those two are winning that by a mile.
Yeah, wow.
So they are just basing their whole campaign on defence, which suits a captain like Crichton because
sure.
we say it all the time. He is the best defensive centre
That's without a doubt.
in
yeah.
the comp.
No.
So, Yeah, it's fucking. We've said that before, and they're proving it because,
Mate, well, it's a pretty age-old saying that defence wins you premierships.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a Gus Gould effect, Cameron Serraldo effect, Penrith coming in there, but it's like early shades of Penrith starting in the way you look at the best teams in the comp, and it's Melbourne are winning tough, gritty games from off the back of their defence. When Brisbane have been at their best, it's defence. Roosters, they have a great brand of footy that is like, you can just tell it feels like they're setting up for a big few years.
Yeah.
This feels harsh to say, but to the Wars last year was like they played such an electric, exciting brand of footy. Even the Bronx last year.
Bronx.
Yeah, we played such an electric brand of footy. It was so fun to see players like Walshy and all that. But you feel like there's more faith in a longevity team, someone like the Dogs, because
who
the
just
brand
defend.
of footy they're playing.
Yeah.
100%.
Fucking oath. Because as we've seen this year, when it doesn't come off for Walsh or, Sean Johnson's not there to do all this stuff, it doesn't quite work for both of those teams. What about the biting?
Yeah,
Stephen Biting. Even though he was the bitey.
He was the bitey. It's a tricky one because, yes, there is without a doubt Kyle Flanagan has bit the cunt.
He does widen the mouth.
He widens the mouth big time.
I'm Team Flano here.
Are ya?
He just drives his nose into his mouth.
That's why I'm thinking it's a tricky one because I feel like if, like, I was playing footy and someone was driving into my face, there is no way I wouldn't retaliate and go, well, it's in my mouth. I may as well give you a little chomp.
Yeah.
So, look, it's not right what Flanagan did, but I get it in a way.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in there niggly, rubbing your head, and you're putting your nose in someone's mouth, mate, it might be bitten.
He sort of even goes to, like, just open his mouth to breathe or whatever, and nose ends up in mouth. And I reckon there might be another person who normally sits here who's fucking sent a little...
Oh, he's got something
sent a little POV in about this point
I'll chuck
of view.
the headset on for this.
How are we, lads? Over on Moreton Island in absolute dog shit conditions, but, you can only piss with the dick you got. Righto, so seen a bit of controversy with the Flano biting incident. My thoughts on it, Critter, get your fucking nose out of his mouth, you grub. What's he meant to do? Suck on it. If someone shoved their nose into my mouth while the back of my head was pinned to the ground, I would bite the fucker as well, and harder than that. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that one.
It was good to see we're all on the same boat
on
then.
the same page.
Perfect.
I think he had something about Penrith too, and I've just steamed past the Penrith section.
Should we hear that now?
Yeah, I reckon just play it because surely he's got something to say about that fucking comeback. And maybe
Poor Gutho's
probably about
Oh, yeah. Got about 10 texts saying, oh, you got any holes in your wall? Oh, Penrith. Yeah, get that into yous. What a fucking comeback from the boys. Obviously could have played better, but they just get it done. We just fucking get it done, boys. Up the riff.
us. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, short,
Should have
sweet,
left
but,
that one. Should have left that one in the bank.
Look, he's not wrong, is he? When
No.
you've had the history they've had in the last few years, he's allowed to...
Yeah. You are allowed. You are allowed.
Which hurts me.
I reckon it hurts me. I reckon they're sort of building a thing where it's just going to be like Melbourne. You know how
Melbourne
they just
and Roosters
always win.
somehow always
In the
winning.
top four, at least.
Yeah.
If not, they finish fifth.
Yeah, because look at they won every grade of footy that they're in last year as well. They're just going to, there goes one superstar, in comes some young bloke you've never heard of,
I know.
and he's going to be gone.
Casey McLean,
Yeah.
premium example.
Everyone, they are just going to keep producing talent, and it's a dynasty that doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon.
4 straight. Here they
Fucking,
come.
yep.
The Finns and the Wars, mate, put on a classic game at Suncorp
Another
Sunday
great game for the
afternoon.
neutral.
That's how you entertain a crowd.
Fuck
Big
yeah.
lead, comebacks, and then a 40-metre field goal out of nowhere, Randy Orton style, to win the game for the home side too.
Sean O'Sullivan.
Who now sit in 8th on the ladder, level on points with the Dragons in 9th. So it was like a must-win, I reckon, for the
Absolutely.
Dolphins because it was against New Zealand. who are gone, and they probably should be beating. So
It'll be very interesting to see how the Finns go on the back end of this year, because if they can play finals footy in their second ever fucking season, man,
that's pretty good.
that's such a huge accomplishment as it is, no matter how they go in September.
What is O'Sullivan even doing in the team?
I'd like it makes
He
no
wears
sense
the
to me.
17, comes on and plays fuck knows where.
Yeah, just does his
He
bit.
honestly, and Sean, you would agree with me here, Mr. O'Sullivan. You are one of the worst defenders in the comp, and I mean that with the utmost respect. I can't tackle either. I'm a turnstile, but you are an NRL player, and your defense is atrocious.
He would not we say it with a lot of respect, but he
I
wouldn't
reckon
be
he
sitting.
would laugh about it.
He
'Cause
would know
He
it.
would know.
Yeah, he doesn't give
would
a
know.
fuck. He's sitting on a big fat pile of cash, kicking 40-meter field goals to win games.
Yeah, absolutely iced it.
He'll go club to club and just be that constant role player that he needs to be, I reckon, because he's done it in the past and he's still not that old.
Yeah, but how does he have the 17 on? I don't get it.
Do you think he should have the 7, or do you think he should have the nothing?
I think he should be playing fucking Queensland Cup. But look, it's working because he does it every week. He
Yeah.
comes off the bench and sort of fills a hole somewhere.
Was it this year that he had his pec injury, that he had a bunch of time off, or was that last year?
I think he injured himself. No, he injured himself last year.
That
I
was
think,
last
and
year, right.
That was it. Because then
He was playing good rugby
now
league last
Katoa's
year
taken
too.
over, and it's sort of he'll
that's
never wear
true.
the 7. Well, unless someone gets hurt, he probably shouldn't wear the 7 again.
It's good depth to have.
Yeah.
Old Shawnee, just not on the. If you, as Tom Dahl would
Just
say,
run at him.
he's going to start back in second rowers. That'll be running at him
Yeah.
for his multis.
Or you got to pick where he's going to play though, because he's got 17 on
He
somehow.
might come in the middle.
Yeah. And then the Knights and the Tigers. Look, I'm sick of giving the Tigs the benefit of the doubt that they're going to fucking put an effort in.
I don't think, other than Tigers fans, I think you might be the bloke who's backed them.
You know what? I
this
want to
year.
just take this moment to apologise to all the Tigers fans on behalf of all the players, because fuck, it must be hard to just watch every week and just go, when is this going to stop?
Like, where do you get hope? When
Talk
do you get
about
hope?
a triple premiership from the Penrith Panthers.
Yeah.
We're looking at
And
a
how-
back-to-back wooden spoon here.
That's not
When's the
something
last
you wanna
time that
have.
happened? 3 in a row.
Harder to do than winning 3 premierships, man. Like, at some point there has to be. They've been in 5 different rebuild phases for the last fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
You feel for them, don't you? Especially, like, Broncos haven't won many premierships since 06. We won 0 since 06.
0, actually, yeah.
But we've always been in and around the top 8. Like, when we don't make the top 8, it is like, oh, the Broncos are shit now. They're done for. But to not even slightly have the hope, like having your Bali flights booked in January, or you've just like booked years and years in advance, it can't be a good feeling.
Well-
when do they check out? At what point in the season do the fans just go, yep, it's happening again?
I don't know. They seem to get plenty to Leichhardt and stuff still. But
They're loyal.
Yeah.
Hats off to you. He's a fucking
they got to
loyal.
be. The old Balmain supporters, they'd be loving
True.
it.
Yeah, that's a great
I wonder if
point.
old Blocker Roach fucking just has nightmares all the time about how the club's going.
He has nightmares trying to pronounce names, let alone watching his club's downfall.
Set him up there.
Especially if he looks at this Tigers team, there is a few names that I would struggle to pronounce. He must sit there and just go, what the fuck? He just guesses.
I'll just call him the centre.
Yeah, the centre
The
for
second
the,
rower there for the
Balmain
Tigers.
Tigers. He'd still call him Balmain too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, fucking good on him. Wait, the rain stopped too. I don't know if you've all heard that about 20 minutes ago. So
Haven't had to shout
hopefully
as much.
you got through the first 5, because that was fucking torrential.
That was tough.
We probably should have just canned it and started again, but that was never going to happen.
Imagine having to say, boys, we got to record a later episode this week. The weather's affected it too much.
Hey, let's move into the AFL, because there was some big moves on the AFL ladder this weekend.
Huge.
Massive results all over the country too.
That's right.
I'm sure
Few
you'll have
long
plenty
trips.
to say about that. But we'll start with game. Oh, it's hard to even say game of the round, but this was a fucking absolute
was a
thriller on
belter.
Friday night. If you didn't see Isaac Heaney and the Sydney Swans come back against the Pies, get on KO. I've said it before. I'll say it again and watch it. Actually, watch the whole last quarter because
Yep.
they do put some Heaney highlights in there, but they don't put all of them in there.
Mate.
He picked the boys up and put them on his
He
back.
was instrumental. The way
Mate.
he was moving through contests
Oh.
and just players were just slipping off him and he just made it look so easy.
And everything, he just caught everything, and it was just
Everything
freakish.
he touched turned to gold.
Freakish.
That last quarter. He was the kickstart from that comeback. And it was huge for the Swans because that win confirms finals footy for them.
Yep.
And it is such a momentum booster considering the rough 5 or 6 weeks they've had.
Yep.
To beat Collingwood at home in front of the fans. That will give them a big confidence boost coming in because they needed it.
So I'll go as far to say, now might sound silly to some because of where they are on the ladder. Mm-hmm. But I watched that game and I went, when they were losing, I went, they're in trouble here. This is a must win.
Yeah.
Sounds dumb. I said must win, and they're coming first. So you sit there and go, oh, fucking what's this cunt on about? But that would have been 6 out of 7 losses. 6 out of 7. And surely the demons are just creeping in, like into your head.
Oh,
the
even
mind
if-
games
yeah.
that you'd play with yourself on the field.
Mate.
And I'm just going, they got to win this. They have to win this. And then Heaney and Warner.
Yeah, that was huge. Eh?
Oh.
Especially because they've got a couple of big injuries at the moment. Like, those are your big names in your team, and they stood up when they needed to. But you're spot on. It was a must-win. If they hadn't have won, they would have been on 56
They would have been
points, I
equal
think.
first instead of outright first.
Yeah, so equal first, and you would have had Port, Giants, and Cats
all on the
tied
same.
with them. Yeah,
They
and
could have missed top 4.
exactly right. And if you're going into the final series, even if you finish 5th or 4th, and you go, yep, that doesn't look too bad, but knowing that you've lost that many games in a row,
demons.
Longmire's longest losing streak in the 13 years I think he's been there as coach. And that you need confidence going into September, man.
Yeah.
And they would have had fucking nothing. But you can see how much it meant to them. The celebrations after the game. They knew they'd locked in footy.
I was spewing
for
because I
September.
tipped Collingwood, but I was also like,
I tipped the Swans, but that was a fucking hard one to pick.
yeah, but that was like, you don't mind that because you just wanted to stand up and clap.
Yeah.
Because of how
You were
fucking good it
cheering
was.
for Australian rules football.
Yeah.
You weren't cheering for another team. Because I couldn't give a fuck. If Swans had a loss, that would have been great for the Cats.
Exactly.
But Collingwood lost, so it's like, oh, well, Collingwood lost. That's a win for
And
the week.
people will just go that went to the game. We'll talk about it for fucking however
Yeah,
long. Hey,
100%.
did you go to that fucking Swans Collingwood in 2024?
Well, you remember that Swans Collingwood game?
5
in
goals
2040?
in the last quarter.
Yeah.
Heaney. West Coast and North Melbourne kicked off one of the great Super Saturdays of close finishes and great games to watch you'll ever see. 4 games, West Coast by 5, Cats by 11, Suns by 1, Port Adelaide by 2.
And
That was the 4 fucking games on Saturday.
Giants as well. Giants against the Lions. Was that Saturday? Or was that
Was
Sunday?
It was too.
That was a fucking great
That was a
game
good
as
game.
well.
That was a bit more of a
the
margin.
the last quarter.
But it was a great
Giants started to blow it
That's
out a
good,
bit.
good call, yeah. But those 4 games there, I think the total there was fucking 18 over 4 games.
Some ripping games. And to be saying that West Coast and North was a
Mate,
cracking game.
That was almost... That West Coast came from the clouds.
Yeah, that's huge. Back to back as well.
They were in a trots race, 4 back to pegs, coming around the home turn. And then they go and... what'd they do? They kicked 4 goals in the last 11 minutes and 3 goals in the last 5 minutes to just snatch it. And
Great run home.
in doing so, they've made it impossible to get the spoon.
Oh, that's huge.
West Coast. Like, they probably wouldn't have got it anyway because they were 2 games clear with 2 to
Yeah.
play. But you never know. Now they're 3 games clear with
They're not
2
going
to
to
play.
get first pick, but at least there's no spoon hanging
no
over the top of
spooning.
them.
Yeah. Great
Silver
comeback.
lining.
Away from home in Tassie.
Long.
Long.
Like,
Great
really
win.
fucking long.
Really, really, really disheartening for the North, though.
Would have
You
been.
look at it from both sides and you go, fuck, well done.
Yeah. And they're both playing for the Jersey at this time of the
Yeah,
year. So,
yeah.
or Guernsey, I should say.
Righto. You can take it away from here, mate. Wait, what was first? The Brizzy one or the...
Well, Brizzy was on, it was at 1:30, I think,
Right.
on Saturday. So we'll quickly run through that.
Yeah.
But that, you mentioned it,
Great
the
game.
Lions needed a loss before they went to the finals. And I think that loss can prove that they're beatable, but I still think they're probably the biggest contender in the comp.
Yeah.
Like
They've
they-
got to finish in top 4, but
They
they're
need
now
it.
5th.
They fucking need it because a home final for a non-Melbourne team is just huge. That's
Yeah.
just common knowledge. But
Home qualifying final.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Darcy Jones, he's young bloke. I think it's his first season. 2 quick goals, like that momentum shift for GWS in that last 6 or 7 minutes, just really topped it over the edge. And Giants moved to 6 wins in a row now.
Cunts. They shouldn't have won last week.
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
exactly.
I'm still
They've had some
dirty about
very
that.
tough wins. And do you consider them a genuine contender?
Well, I always say no, but they always seem to be there.
Yeah,
So-
they're always lingering around the top. We've seen them make the grand final before,
Yeah,
but I just
and got humped.
cannot. Oh, that was probably the
Ooh.
worst grand final loss ever.
Yeah.
But,
Nah, not quite. 2007. Don't know if you
Yeah,
remember
actually,
that one.
true. I do. 119 points. That was quite large. But 20. What did they? Giants only scored like 20 odd points. So even the first premiership I saw, I can sit back and go, Port put a little bit of a better effort.
Yeah, they kicked a few more goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they are looking great.
Yep, heating
They
up
were-
at the right time.
Sydney and GWS were top 2 there for a couple of minutes.
That's right. Can
So-
you imagine a Sydney fucking derby? What do they call it again? The
The old
Battle of the Bridge
Kiss Clash.
and the Kiss Clash.
Yeah,
Kiss
yeah.
Clash, fucking granny.
Battle of the
Imagine that.
Bridge. They used to call it that. I don't know what they call it now, but if they finished first and second, that'd be unbelievable.
That would be
or
massive.
if it, like you say, if it was Swans and then they finish 4th and it's a
I think
Sydney
I'd be-
clash for the.
I'd like
for
to see
the,
what Sydney's run home is because they got Essendon this week, so that's a win.
Well, they've only got 2 left.
and then they've got Crows the week after.
Yeah,
so
righto.
2 very winnable games to
Yep.
be able to lock up that first place.
Although you never know with fucking useless Essendon.
That's hot and cold.
I'd love to go straight into them, but you can take it away. Massive win
Hey,
for the Cats.
Yeah, I'll quickly give the Cats a little bit of a suck because
suck 'em. They
top
deserve
4
it.
footy. I even said at the start of the year, I think our best chance would be about a 6th or 7th place. Hopefully get finals footy, but top 4.
The bar has been raised.
Oh, how do we keep fucking doing it? Because people have just told us, even the year we won the flag in 2022 was you're too old, you're too slow, you're not going to be able to do it. Somehow,
You've had a
we
cheat.
have just built like it. We might not. I don't think we have the stock to be able to win a flag this year. I'm not going to go. I've said flag Cats, but it's taking the piss. But
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have top 4 footy, I am absolutely stoked with. Because we've got a few silver foxes in our team that are getting towards the back end. Hawks retiring.
Yep.
Dangerfield, I keep thinking, when's his time? And then he
Yeah.
goes and plays how he did on Saturday. And you go, fuck me. That
Still
looked
got
like,
it.
looked like prime fucking Danger in his Brownlow era.
Just a huge win because of who it was against as well.
Well, they were so close to us on the table.
Yeah.
I did a little ladder predictor a few weeks ago. And I genuinely thought, I was like, if we can afford to drop a game or what I think it would be, it was like when you're going all the way long to a team who's playing finals footies as well, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if Freo got up on us there. But fuck, mate.
It's
Big
just
fourth quarter.
One of those games of footy that can just go either way.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, the good sides usually win those games, but there's got to be an element of luck involved. In my opinion, there's always got to be a few bounces of the ball that goes your way.
Oh, 100%.
And wins those games, you know what I mean? And you just don't see them when you're watching it live.
That's right.
You don't see like these little bounces that you go, how the fuck did that bounce so far left at that time and he didn't get it? And there's so many of those tiny little moments where it's all got to go.
Rubber the green just sometimes goes your way.
Not even from the umpires either. Just
That's
like
exactly
those
right.
little bounces where it'll do this or someone will slip over or something like that. And
It's game of fucking margins.
Oh,
Just how close the
it's
score
crazy.
was and what's on the line for both teams. This is going to be the best finish to a season.
I reckon it'll be
regular
a
season
cracking final series.
I've fucking seen it. And final series as well, man. Like, you're going to see a lot of what you're talking about in the finals, I reckon.
Yeah.
There's not going to be too many blowouts.
It's just going to be like, oh, fuck, anybody could have, either team could have won that. And then
exact-
if
that's
you
why-
go back and watch it and you look for every little moment, you'll go, what the
That's
fuck?
a game changer right
Yeah.
there. And that's why if you need a home final, because that is going to become such a fucking big difference coming into how close all teams have been this year, you need that home crowd advantage.
Yeah.
Which we won't get. We'll just play all of our games at the G, which
Should just say you should.
fuck off. Great win by the Cats. But let's get into the fucking Bombers.
Now, I have got this. Of course, they are the team that the Suns break their away losing streak.
Mate, you couldn't write a better script. They haven't won a game of away footy all year, and it just fits to what I've been saying. Like, I know I guess a lot of shit, there's a lot of fake news, but there's one thing I'm right about, and it's that Essendon are fucking shit.
Oh, man. And just like the way it happened too.
Oh, after
You
you sign
just don't
Mac
get
Andrews,
More Essendon than that,
that
eh?
was such an Essendon loss.
Yeah. To a side that has not won an away game in like 15 months.
Yep.
You just look at it and you go, yeah, it was a goal after the siren, blah, 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 blah. But it was very, very Essendon of them
Very
to do that.
Essendon of them. Mathematically can still make the finals too. They're only 2 points
Yeah,
out
I
of
know,
8.
but they're fucked.
But Jesus, you like when the Suns are putting daggers through you, and they haven't been doing that outside of Gold Coast all year.
Mac Andrew can stand up and take a bow. That goal after the siren is every kid's dream.
Fucking
That was
absolutely.
unreal. Imagine that feeling. Like,
Away,
we'll
as well.
never get it. And I just, in front of that many people, you kick a goal after the siren, like, fuck, man, you'll
Yeah.
never ever forget that.
Absolutely, good on him.
A bit like knocking some cunt out in front of 4,000.
Well, it's pretty good feeling, isn't it? Pretty sure Mac Andrews is younger than Essendon's, like the last time they won a fucking finals game too.
Nice. Just drive it in. So while we're driving buses, while we're driving buses, Essendon kick a goal early in the last quarter. Okay, very early, 2 or 3 minutes in. Then they kick 8 behinds for their next 8 scoring shots. One of them was rushed, I'll give it that, but they kicked 7 of them.
Yeah.
Last 10 scoring shots of the game. 2 goals to the Suns, 8 behinds to the Bombers.
Oh boy,
Does
There's
that
no,
just make you want to step in front of a tram?
Oh, absolutely.
Please do not.
Not me, but
Do not.
Bombers fans.
Yeah, no,
Tram
just
as
joking.
well is very.
It's just a game of footy. It's just a game of footy.
Yeah, you can talk about like with the Cats game and the rubber, the green, and the ball bouncing, but if you can't kick a ball straight at the 2 big posts, then you're not going to win games of footy.
Just, it must hurt, man. Just imagine
That's another team.
going into the
Yeah.
sheds after that and just being one of the players who kicked one of the 7 behinds. That's those moments where
Feeling
you
of
just
guilt.
go, fuck, like, oh, if he just had done this, and oh, man.
Look, we were just talking about the Tigers and how tough that's been. I know I've just hung so much shit on Essendon this year, but that would be tough as well. It's what 24 years since our last fight.
And I think you've got a lot more fans that support the
Significantly
Essendon
more.
Bombers than
Yes.
what support the Balmain Tigers.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, look, it's tough. But to be honest, I think they're used to it.
They have to be, but because there was such a sense of hope this year for them, fucking 2 months ago, they were in the top 4.
I know.
And
but
they have just absolutely plummeted down. to the bottom.
an avid listener and a great friend of the show and of mine, actually, took me to a Bombers game, sat in the members. They got absolutely humped by Collingwood round 23 last year.
Yep.
Craig, I said to him earlier this year, when they were second, I was like, this has got to be a good feeling. He just goes, nah, I just do not trust this club.
Yeah.
And he has every right. And so do all the fans. But it sucks to see him proven right, you know?
Yeah.
Like you just go, oh, fuck.
There's a bit of you that just goes, oh, maybe you deserve to break your
Just
drought.
finish 8th.
Yeah, just
and
get
lose
8th.
an elimination
Yeah.
final or something.
Look, you don't have to win. You don't have to break your finals win drought, but you can at least make it and give you a bit of hope.
Yeah, so anyway, very, very Essendon to break the Suns streak.
Yep, good on you, Bombers.
Now, I have got a little bone to pick with a team who played next. Port.
Yeah.
Got it done against the Demons. And the Demons, actually, both teams. Port now sits second, equal second on the ladder, of course, but they have the better percentage. So it was a huge win for them because now that's the position they're in now. It's on their boot to get a home final at the Adelaide Oval. Now, in stark contrast to the Pies versus Swans game, the West Coast, the North game, it looks like a thriller. You look at it on paper, 2-point win away from home. Nah. Rubbish finish. Fuck, I hate when games finish like this. So here's some fucking more stats for you. Port kick a goal at the 21-minute mark, so 21 minutes gone of the last quarter to level the scores at 51-51. Game finishes at the 31-minute mark, so that's the next 10 minutes. 2 rushed behinds, and that is what wins them the game. Not even a fucking kicked behind.
In
2
10 minutes.
rushed behinds in 10 minutes, and it fizzes out 53-51. I hate that so much.
And you almost feel for the D's because, fuck, they've had some close losses recently too.
You go to watch the highlights, and you think it's going to be a fucking cracker of a highlights package.
The scoreboard did not reflect
51
that performance at
all. There's still heaps to go. You're
low-scoring game
this
of
is
footy.
prime. And then the next 3 minutes of highlights is just dog shit.
It wasn't like back and forth.
Take
between
the game
50s.
on and just
Yeah,
win it. Don't wait
exactly.
for the other team to lose.
Grab the fucking game by the horns, man, and just go for it.
Like, obviously they won, so it's fine. But
Look, yeah, you.
Demons as well. Maybe they did, and I just need to watch the whole last quarter, but it just shits me. 10 minutes, 2 rush behinds.
We want more entertaining footy.
How?
Give us some good footy.
Just, anyway.
Off
Good
the
on
back
Port.
of that.
Annoying to watch.
Yeah, actually, I'll let you go through the next one first,
Oh, thanks.
and then I'll talk about what I was going to say because the platform.
Well,
is
it was
yours,
Sunday
mate. What a win.
afternoon, 1:45 p.m., 83,000 at the MCG for Carlton versus Hawthorn, and someone forgot to tell Carlton the game was on. No, look, all jokes aside, Blues were rattled with injury.
Big time, man.
Look, that was a fucking horror show. If you're a Blues fan, that is a horror show. If you support them, they had 3 come off in the first quarter. Only one of them went back on, and he was on one leg the whole game. Then Charlie Curnow come off early in the second half with an ankle. Then Adam Sard come off late in the last quarter as well. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that. While you're getting your ass handed to you.
That's right.
The Hawks are fucking great to watch. And take
They are
nothing away
playing
from
such
them.
an exciting brand of footy.
But the commentators called it early. I think it was about halfway through the second quarter. Commentators said, Carlton are gone here because they can see what's going on live. And they go, Carlton are out on their feet here. They are just gone. They've got no run in their legs.
well, they had no subs.
They had no subs. and
Yeah,
I'm just
all four
going,
gone.
I'm loving what you're saying, mate. But that sucks to,
Yeah.
such a big game, 83,000 people on a Sunday afternoon, and then that shit happens.
You don't. I can't remember, like, in all the years of hurt that Pedro has had as a Carlton fan, and you talk about getting hopes up and that, I have never seen him just turn a game of footy off and just basically put a line through his own club.
I'm so glad I didn't message him.
But
I was
I think
so
it was by
close.
third quarter, he just went, I can't do this anymore. He just turned it off and then just didn't say a word.
It
Wasn't
was
even angry.
proper, like, if you go back and look at the timeline that you can see on the AFL app,
Yep.
the timeline was proper one-way traffic, mate. It was
Huge, man.
Carlton kicked 1 goal and I think a couple of behinds, and all you can see is goal, behind, goal, just for
Especially-
2.5 quarters.
Just trying, even as the blokes who were still out in the field and how tired you are, trying to find a lift of momentum.
Oh.
When your star full forward and one of your best players is gone as well, as soon as Curto would have went off, they would have just been going, fuck.
There's only so much Cripps can do, eh? Like, fuck.
Mate, he has been trying all year to put the team on his fucking back. And, yeah, you feel for it's panic stations for Vossi and the Blues now because they can still make the 8 if they win the next 2.
Yeah.
But
But they need Hawthorn to slip up now.
yeah, the fall
Or
from grace as well.
They need to lose. They need to win big. Hawthorn need to
It's all about
not win as
percentages
big.
now too.
Yeah. It's very, very close though
Yeah, it's very fine.
between Hawthorn and Carlton, which is why it was so big that we won by 12 goals.
Yeah, and oi, man, credit to fucking Hawthorn because they haven't been inside the top 8 once this year.
I
until
will
now.
be giving credit. Don't you worry.
Absolutely. As much as it hurts me. 'cause
Remember
I
there
don't
was a
like
game last year where we ended up losing this game. I think we were up by about 6 goals at one point. Ended up losing, and I said that, was it this year or was it the fucking end of last year or start of this year? We ended up losing the game, and I said it was good to watch because they still stuck to their game plan.
I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, because instead of just bombing it up the line or bombing it down the middle and just trying to clear it, they kept trying to play it out from the back.
Can't remember
and they
who they
fucked
played,
it up
Yeah.
because their skills weren't as like good as they needed to be. But it was like, that's good because it's drilled into them that, hey, even no matter what's going on, momentum's going all this way, we're still going to try and stick to our game plan.
Sam
And
Mitchell
now,
effect, it has to be.
now that they've got the confidence and their skills are up a bit more, it's just fucking unreal to
They've
watch.
just exceeded expectations
That
massively this year.
Rebound 50s is fucking psycho. It's so nice to
man.
watch.
Are you just fucking licking your lips for the next few years, though?
I think so.
You
I've
going-
sort of... Oh, the loss last week against GWS just hurts, man. I'm like...
Yeah, but you kind of like a 2-point loss against a team who is showing now that they are fucking
Yeah, I
and
know,
truly
but
the
we'd be
real
on,
deal.
we'd be on 52
Yeah.
points. Lions
would-
who are fifth are on 54. And I'm there going, fuck, we've blown a chance with North and Richmond to come. We've blown a chance at possibly making the top 4. And like, I
Could
don't
you
know.
imagine that? Didn't you lose your first 5 games?
0 and
to
5.
start? Yeah.
0 and 5. Has anyone made the finals after being 0 and 5?
We need a fact check on that. Luke Smith, let us know. Because, mate, yeah, that is fucking quite impressive. There's a lot of teams this year that are exceeding expectations. What I was going to say before, looking at this table, Swans first, Port second, GWS third, Geelong fourth, Lions fifth, Freo sixth, Dogs seventh, Hawthorn 8. You've got 2 Melbourne teams.
I know, the
in
AFL
that
is
8.
panicked.
And it is the Dogs and Hawthorn, which no one would have had in their top 8, I don't think, to start. So from first to fucking 6th, Geelong doesn't include Melbourne. They're Victorian, yes, but it's a whole hour outside of Melbourne. But the other teams...
Wild, eh?
Victorian, you've got Carlton, Essendon, Collingwood, Melbourne, all of them sitting outside the 8, and it is just fucking quite impressive to see, honestly. It is very cool to see the growth of the game, that you've got all these teams in the top 8 that aren't actually from Melbourne.
Yeah.
But,
I've already put the call out to the boys that support the Lions, Tyler and Mick and that. I said, if it's Lions, Hawthorn, elimination final at the Gabba, we are going.
You've got to go.
We are going.
That would be fucking
And all I
unreal.
got back with, yeah, it would be good. Lions will be top 4 though.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, we'll see. Enough about the Hawks. That'll do.
They can get a good old suck in. They deserve
Yeah,
it.
well, they'll probably get another couple with Richmond and North to come.
Well, you'd hope so.
Yeah, God, I hope so. The Saints did what they did to Richmond. Richmond just can't go 4 quarters, eh? They start well every week.
I thought they would have really stepped up after Dusty announcing his retirement.
Yeah,
And I tipped them because of it.
yeah.
But St Kilda...
Did you harp on about that actually last week? How
I gave him
of
a good
player.
I gave him a pretty well. I said exactly what you pretty well said in your speech. The greatest, one of, if not the greatest,
Yeah.
big game player of all time.
He was a fucking good player.
Yeah,
He'd
included-
only have 15 touches half the time.
That was so
and
significant.
they would he'd kick 4 and
yeah.
oh,
And I specifically referred to that grand final against Geelong in 2020.
yeah.
When he fucking won them that game with his
Yeah.
presence in that forward 50, man. He killed us. He's
Yeah.
traumatized me a couple of times, but what a fucking generational talent.
He's one of those ones where you wish, well, as a coach, you wish that he wasn't such a fucking brute force through the middle, so he could have played in the forward 50 more.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he was one-on-one with any cunt, it
No one was stopping
goal
him, man.
time.
You couldn't tag him either.
Yeah.
Like there was
Through the middle.
just the physical ability he had in the middle. You couldn't tag him. No one could really stop him.
And then
was
he
too
just
fast, too strong.
Plonked down
too
in the
good.
forward 50 for a 10-minute spell.
Yeah.
And if at any point he was one-on-one, it was like, here's a goal.
Like body work, he would win the contest nearly
Yeah.
every fucking time.
Freak. Yeah, what about the Crows? Just doing the Hawks an absolute solid.
They're doing a lot of teams in the AFL.
We will hear from our man Tom again.
Give him a couple of calls.
Should I give it a call now? Or
Yeah, well, he's going to call.
he's going to make me call it.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll
We'll
wait.
save it. If
I'll
not,
save
we'll do
it,
it
'cause,
after. We don't need too many calls.
What's happened is he's made. They've knocked off the Dogs, and it's now made it a 3-horse race for 7th and 8th instead of just a fucking 2. So Freo are not safe yet either, by the way, obviously, but it's on their own boot. I just, I didn't see the Crows. I just checked the score. obviously. Good
me
signs,
too.
I reckon, going into an off-season. Get a few wins under the belt. Send the fans home fucking with
You're
a smile
playing for
on
your
their face.
jersey. As T. Dahl would say, they're rebuilding the nest
Yeah,
for next
well,
season.
that's right. They're going to have to build it for next year. Righto, mate. I'll get ready. That's good.
That actually sounds like a real pro.
Rebuilding the nest. The scaffolding is getting erected as we speak. Reforge the nest, boys. Next year's our year. We'll finish strong. Reforging nest.
Oh, well, we pretty well said it for him.
One more. There you go. That fucking opening crow was good, eh?
The first couple I genuinely thought was a real crow at Morton Island.
And then he yelled.
Yeah, and the aggressive.
Now, I want to get into some Paris games. Jace.
Wrap it up. For 2 weeks, they're over.
Positives first, obviously, because, why would there be any negatives about Australians going to the Olympics?
Nothing bad happened at all.
Positives first. The track cycling. We've always been strong. I got right into it, this time around. I was fucking right into it.
Did ya?
We won the men's team pursuit, first time since 2004. We beat the Brits. That's the country that has 4 nations in it.
That's awesome.
Beat them in the final. They broke one of their bikes. It was an awesome ride from the Aussies. Someone needs to tell the 4 of them that they fucking won, because the interview afterwards, they were that dialed in to just strategies and this is what I've got to say, and they didn't smile once or get G'd up. And I'm just
too
going,
media trained.
no, not enough. Or I don't know, maybe. I reckon they're too. How do I fucking say this? They're too dialed into their. This is what I've got to do.
Yeah.
I'm professional. We've just won. Sweet. Probably got training tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Whereas you got to remember, you've just won a fucking gold with your mates at Paris. Pump the fuck up, boys.
They're probably most athletes that went there, they're actual athletes. You call them elite athletes, I would say. Whereas you look at AFL players are probably, most of them would be in the elite status, but you look at a rugby league player and they're not elite athletes. They're professionals. They're professional athletes
they get paid
because
to
they
play
get paid
sport.
to play, but they're not elite because they're look at all the front rowers and shit. They're all. If you're an elite athlete, you haven't got body fat on you. I reckon.
Yeah, it's very rare that no matter what profession it is, you see a large, fat athlete.
Who's fucking great.
Mate,
that we need them.
You got a couple of anomalies out there. John Patrick fucking Daly. That's a perfect example, obviously, but you're right.
Professional athletes and elite athletes are different.
Yeah, 100%.
These cyclists were elite athletes. They do not have a fucking skerrick of fat on them. They would stick to a diet every day. They wouldn't drink, all that.
I think about how many fucking calories they would burn on the bike in their training. They would have to eat
a lot.
Like a fucking bodybuilder, but because they're burning so much energy. I would be interested to know.
But because it's all... it'd all just be piles of chicken and vegetables.
Yeah, just
not
fuel-based
Big Macs
protein.
and quarter pounders.
Not big English breakfast like Eddie Hall has.
But yeah, another great example. Strongmen. You wouldn't...
Yeah.
Do they qualify as elite though? Because they would be fucking dialed into their diets and not drinking and shit.
I'd say that's elite for sure because that's just a measurement of how much heavy shit you can lift.
What qualifies elite and professional. Because to me... I look at the AFL and the NRL and I go, AFL would have elite athletes in it, NRL would have very few.
I agree with what you say in that because I genuinely believe that you have to be the most elite of elite athletes to play AFL. You're running fucking 15 kilometers a game and you're also got to have the strength to make tackles and win contests, but have the hand-eye coordination that they do. AFL athletes are a different fucking level. Whereas rugby league... I don't like to shit on one of my own sports.
No, we're not shitting on it.
Not shitting on it at all, but
we're speaking truths.
Is an element of just...
Reggie.
How do you say?
There's an element of Reggie.
There's an element of Reggie. You've seen that many blokes slip through the cracks over the years.
Fucking oath. Hey, back to the fucking what we're doing here. Superstar effort from Nina Kennedy, the pole vaulter. She wins our first ever women's field event gold medal She was
unreal.
class. Her interview was awesome.
Yeah,
so
she-
genuine, and she was just up and
wasn't
about.
trained.
She was so fucking happy.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. Absolute superstar.
You see how much it genuinely meant to her.
Yeah.
Breaking records.
And this is what it like. Everyone will forget who she is until the next Olympics. So I love when people like that, same as Titmus and that, the swimmer,
Yep.
O'Callaghan, all the swimmers and that, we all know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But for the next 2 years, we're not going to watch the World Championships of swimming. Or,
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I couldn't
it's just
even
so
tell you
good.
when they're on.
nah, it's just so good to see when they do so well on the world stage too, because now everyone knows who they are.
That's right. When they get their chance in the spotlight, and we really fucking shunned. Is that a word? Shined.
Sean.
Sean.
We'll go with Sean.
Sean, that'll do. On the big stage of the Olympics this year. We broke records. We got our most golds ever.
Most golds ever. We also ended up with some silver and some bronze in the track cycling as well in the men's sprint events. Silver in the sprint and silver and bronze in the men's Kieran. Any track cyclists out there, because I want to know what is the go with the sprint. So, why do they play the game of cat and mouse at the start for the first 2 laps and then just peel and go for one hard one? Have you watched it?
No.
They sit
haven't watched
there,
a
they're
lick of
side
it.
by side, and they whistle goes. And one person, I don't know if they flip a coin or they draw out of a hat for who has to lead and who lags.
Yep.
And they go so slow watching each other for a whole lap, and they'll move up the boards, then they'll move down the boards going super slow, and then they'll do a lap, and then they'll sort of do that again and gain a little bit of speed, and the one in front's always looking back to see if old mate's going to make his move and peel around. And then as it gets to the last lap, they might go real high on that fucking 45-degree board that I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
And then so they can come down it and get heaps of speed. And then it's just a one lap fucking go for your life.
Is it a safety thing?
And I'm
maybe?
going, surely someone has tried to just ping at the start.
Yeah.
You know what I
Fucking
mean?
Just go for it, boys.
But
What's with
obviously
it?
someone's tried to do that.
And
And it
it's-
didn't work.
Cause a big crash, maybe.
No, because it's just 2 of them. It's just 1v1.
That's
I
weird.
reckon
Maybe we have a cyclist
gotta be.
correspondent.
Surely someone can tell me. Because I reckon at one point in time, someone went, I'm just going to go hard at the start. And it obviously doesn't work. Because
Yeah,
those
they'll
bikes,
just gas out.
the bikes are geared that fucking high or low.
Yeah, true.
Whatever you want to say it. It takes a lot for them to get them going.
Yep.
So someone's tried it before, but it obviously doesn't work.
We need answers because
I just sat there watching it going, just fucking go for it, cunt.
that's our casualness coming through in the Olympics.
Yeah.
The amount of times I was watching, I watched a bit of the diving.
Great sport.
Great sport.
Elite
I'll
sport,
Never
I would
fucking
say.
watch it. Elite. What those
Yeah.
blokes are doing. And they're trying to get the smallest little splash. And they're standing there with these big long warm-ups and run-ups. And I'm just going, oh, just fucking jump, would ya? And I just know not a fucking lick about that sport. But wait, that's the kind of shit that happens once every 4 years
Exactly.
that I will watch. Because there was one Aussie in there and I was like, I'm going to watch him.
Mate, I got up off the couch for these cyclists who I had no idea who they were.
Yeah.
Never seen them before, and I was off my seat.
One
willing
bloke
them
who
to
probably
fucking-
wouldn't get off the couch for cyclists and he's not here today.
The track cycling, I reckon he would.
He would,
The
but
road,
road.
nah.
Fuck
No
no.
good.
His worst enemy.
Bronze for the Opals too in the women's basketball. Of course, we also got the 2 bronze medals in the boxing. I've obviously got no idea how to score Olympic boxing either, or professional boxing.
Yeah.
I watched Caitlin Parker's fight. I went fuck knows in the first round. Don't know who won it. All 5 judges gave it 5-0 to Parker.
Yeah,
I
right.
was like, holy shit, we're on here. It's
Yeah.
only 3 rounds.
Fucking hell.
Second round, I was like, oh, I reckon the Chinese probably got it. All 5 judges 5-0 to China. I'm like, okay, righto. Then in the third, I was like, she has done it. Parker has done this. I said, I don't know if probably won't be 5-0, but surely 3 out of the 5 thought that Parker won that round.
Yep.
All 5 in favour of China. And Parker did not even look phased. Like, she was just took it on the chin and shook hands and said, oh, you know, that's how it is. Like, it was like she agreed.
Yeah, right.
And I'm going, okay, well, I just have no clue.
see, the thing is, we don't know much about fights going to decision and scores. We tend to just put people asleep.
So wondering where you were going.
I don't understand scoring, and you don't either because we've never had to worry about it. And we never will again because we're never fucking
Not
McDoing
doing
it.
it again. Alpha Events 2.0. No, get around it.
We'll fucking be
I
there.
can't wait to go.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to sit. I was saying last week, I can't wait to sit back and just drink.
Yeah, fucking oath. But yeah, don't know. I think well done to all the athletes. You've done your country proud, and you should be proud to call yourself an Aussie.
Fucking oath.
Do you notice how I'm saying all this before the next bit?
You've got all the sucking out the way, and now we can
You
just
should be proud to
absolutely
call yourself
wield.
an Aussie, everyone who I've mentioned already, and not next.
Should we get into it?
Big
The elephant in the room.
Raygun. Rachel Gunn.
Is she allowed to call herself Raygun?
The whole fucking world is. And she's delusional, mate. She is fucking delusional.
I want to hear you going to say, I know you got something good here.
I've got a few notes because I didn't want to get overwhelmed.
Too
and
carried away.
with the situation.
Mate, you never do that.
I'm sorry for the next few minutes, Raygun, but if you're going to put yourself out there, you need to expect
Mate,
criticism.
she is in the spotlight right now.
Whether it's good or bad, you got to expect criticism. Happens to all sports people, and apparently you are a sports person, so you are not exempt. That was fucking shit.
She's not an elite athlete.
That was fucking embarrassing. And I'm not sure if there were Olympic trials for your discipline like there is in the swimming, the athletics. People have to qualify a certain time to make the Olympics. But if you won the trial, then who the fuck comes second?
Yeah.
I want to see them dance because
Was it did she get selected? Did the Australian Olympic Committee go, you know what, you'll be a good fit for us?
can I please
if
see
there's-
second place at nationals?
Mate, yeah, we need
and
to
what
see
they did.
We need to see the qualifiers for this shit because what the fuck?
There is a bit of footage getting out there. I'm a pretty big traditionalist when it comes to sport. I love the game. Whatever the game sport is, I just love competitive sport and I love the game. Just put whatever game in front of that you want. I love the game.
Well, mate, you'd watch cockroaches race.
Should have seen me watch the track cycling. I've mentioned it a few
Exactly
times.
right.
The water polo, which I fucking have never watched or know any of the players, but I was lifted off my seat when we
have
were trying to win.
stated many times that we love watching sports at the Olympics that we don't usually watch.
The kayaking, not just the slalom with Jess Fox. She
Yeah.
was unreal. I already knew who she was, but the actual sprint kayaking and the rowing and shit.
Yeah.
Off me seat as soon as I saw the green and gold. Pole vault, fucking Nina Kennedy.
That's
off me
exactly
chair.
right, mate.
Oh, sports I'll never watch because I just love Australia and I love competing.
But because they're sports.
So if you went out there and smashed it, I would have been off me chair for you. But yeah, like we said, we'll watch cockroaches race.
She
That was taken. Thank God it's not there in LA because,
Mate.
mate, that is all we need to see of that.
one and done. And is it fair to say that she has ruined it for all the other breakdancers?
Oh, mate. The best part for her is, though, for Big Raygun, she got absolutely bent over the rail by the world, basically,
Big time.
for the performance. And the world responded and the country and everyone got behind her and said, wait for it, oh, don't be mean. She got out, especially the Aussie media and all that. She got out and had a go. She tried.
Did she though?
Well,
Did she really?
That's
because I've
fucking
danced
people
better.
People have said, oh, that's what the Aussie spirit's all about. Getting out there and having a crack.
You just
I agree. Listen, I agree. At the fucking Gladstone trials of breakdancing,
Yeah.
it's all good to get out there and have a go, not at the fucking Olympic Games.
That is the biggest stage of amateur sport in the world. And you just can't tell me that they didn't know she was going to put out a performance like this or that there wasn't some fucking 14-year-old, 15-year-old that has
I don't
better
understand.
dancing skills than that. They could have, because, you know, imagine if a 15-year-old got up there and did her thing, people would go, you know what, good on her. She's young, she got up there and had a crack.
Still would have questioned the trials.
You would have questioned the trials, but how old is old Raygun?
36.
It's a little bit less respectful when you know your ability, you know what you're going to do. It was just very fucking cringe as well.
Oh.
She's doing the yawning, all the taunting and that. It felt like I was watching fucking Step Up 10 years ago.
Look, she's come out of it well. She's famous, and the whole world feels sorry for her because of the criticism she's copped. Not me,
Mate.
darling. Not me. Stick to your day job. Fuck off. All the best to you. Moving on.
She could easily, if she's smart about this, she could fucking make squillions.
Oh, I know, and it's going to shit me off.
It is that easy to go viral
She's
for the wrong
delusional.
reason.
Go and watch the interview she does on the project before the Olympics. She is fucking delusional, man. She literally goes
You'd have to be.
and talks about how doing hip hop and ballroom dancing and stuff has helped her because she knows the way her body moves and this and that. And apparently she's got some degree in breaking.
Yeah. She's got a PhD, I'm pretty sure.
I don't give a
Something to do with a doctorate, which is how do you even need one in that? But, wait, Raygun, I'm just going to say right now, you are a very, very big sniff for old Squeeze of the
Oh,
Week.
she's getting it.
Yeah.
100%.
That's the squeeze segment done
She's,
right there.
yeah, we've got a bit of ad to do there, but she will be getting it. I just cannot believe all this bullshit of, it's the Aussie spirit. She's got out there and had a go. Fuck off.
But it's not.
It's not.
I dance better on fucking Saturday night at Bowie's.
Have a go at the fucking local trials, and
Yes.
everyone can go, that was, good on you for having a go.
The worst.
How were you the best we had?
I think the worst was how much she was trying to sell the Australian spirit, and pushing the badge and that and the crest, and she hopped around like a kangaroo.
Yeah,
And I was
I
like,
watched
please stop right now. She got a 0 from one of the judges.
all of them.
Yeah.
No one give her a point.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Fuck me. And then we're getting behind her. Fuck's sake. Now,
Yep.
put her away. See you later.
We got that out of the way.
Go to your day job.
needed to get that.
Hopefully never hear from you again. Let's hear a round of applause for the next 27, I believe it's 27 athletes for winning gold medals at
Righto.
Paris 2024. Here we go, in order too, I think.
Fucking hell, you
Grace
bang your
Brown,
work,
the
mate.
cycling. Ariane Titmus in the swimming. Bronte Campbell, Meg Harris, Shayna Jack, Emma McKeon, Molly O'Callaghan, Olivia Wunsch in the swimming. You get a gold if you swim in the heat of the relay. So
Perfect.
how
That's
good's
Aussie
that?
spirit.
Bronte Campbell, Olivia Wunsch didn't swim in the 4x100 metre freestyle relay final, but they swim in the heat. They get a gold too.
Teamwork
Jess
makes the
Fox,
dream work.
Canoeing, O'Callaghan again, Kaylee McEwen, Jess Fox again, and then the girls again, Shayna Jack, Molly O'Callaghan, Lani Pallister, Jamie Perkins, Titmus, Brianna Throssell, Cameron McAvoy, love that.
Fucking
Saya Sakakabara, Maddie Ebden and John Peers in the tennis, the men's doubles.
Oh, the
that was
boys.
fucking unreal. No, Naomi, I still haven't worked out how to say that. Naomi. It's not how you spell it, but that's all right. Naomi Fox in the canoeing. Arissa True, 14-year-old in the skateboarding.
Unreal.
Stop it. Matthew Wern in the sailing. That was good. It's called the dinghy race as well that he won.
That's
Fucking
prime.
awesome. Keegan Palmer sounds like a Yank sometimes when he talks, but we'll take him in the skateboarding. Cycling, men's team pursuit. Oliver Bledden, Kelland O'Brien, Sam Welsford, and Connor Leahy. Sounds very Irish, those
They do.
blokes.
But, oi,
But we'll
round
take
of a
'em.
fucking applause.
And Nina Kennedy in the athletics in the women's pole vault to round it off. Fucking unreal. There was obviously a heap of honourable mentions as well. Like on the last night in the women's 1500, what was her name? I've got her name. She only lost to a woman who was defending her title and won the 1500 again. This is going to shit me.
Anyway, round of applause for you, love.
Round of applause for you, love. I'm going to find it. Jessica Hull.
Oh, Hully.
Women's 1500. Maddie Richardson in the cycling with a silver. Awesome stuff.
Mate,
Credit to all the athletes for getting out there and fucking showing the world that they've put a lifetime of work into their sport and they deserve all the applause they get.
it
Awesome.
feels fucking good to be an Aussie, doesn't it?
It does, especially when we punch well above our weight.
Oh, absolutely. We'd finished fourth
Yep.
in golds, broke our own record from Sydney.
Yeah.
We had a fucking great Olympic campaign.
We did.
Everyone should be proud of each other, except for Raygun.
Sorry, Reagan. You are not included in that.
No.
And look, you should accept that. Without being mean, you should fucking accept that you are not good.
Yeah.
And it's fine to not be good at everything.
You can
or
admit
anything.
it.
But
But you wouldn't have known going in. You wouldn't have gone, I think I'm a real chance for gold here.
nah,
So-
surely. And if you do, if you did think that, I really, really feel sorry for you. And
You got rocks in your head.
the new modern world has taken another one.
Yep, absolutely.
Righto, let's move on. Enough dribbling about the gun. Should we do the tips?
Let's get into the tips.
Someone do a bit of team listing, or do we just say, you know what? We look at the team list and it never matters anyway. So we'll put them in.
That's probably a good idea. But I had my best fucking week probably all year in the NRL. I went 7 from 8.
Wow.
Doesn't matter because
you
I'm
kidding? I got
258th. Really?
I got 3, yeah.
Right, well, don't know how we did that.
You know what I'm going to do on Thursday night? I'm going to tip Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
I think fucking
At the greatest
$2.40
stadium on earth.
at Bluebet Stadium.
Bluebet Stadium.
The almighty Bluebet. Yep. I'm tipping them because what have they done all year? Written them off and you just go, they just win. They win.
Done this a couple times as well. They've won away.
Penrith
Didn't
will
they?
beat them in the grand final, but Melbourne will beat them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling.
I like your thinking, but
Go
I
on.
will stick with Penrith.
Good work. One of us will get it.
Tommy was obviously going to tip Penrith for that too.
Yeah, we haven't got his tips, so it's all good. Manly. I'm tipping Manly.
Yeah, you're
4
tipping
points.
4 points, aren't
Yeah,
you? Friday
tipping 'em.
night.
Tipping 'em.
Waz. I think
Chooks.
their season's done.
Chooks. You got to go the Chooks against Para
Well, if Para were playing Penrith again, maybe.
at Combank in the
Combank.
regular season.
But that's the only time you'd ever even consider it at the moment. Sydney, absolutely.
Mackay this next game.
True.
Salter Oval, Bulldogs and Dolphins. So what do you do there? Tough, eh?
Doggy's home game, but surely you'd think that'd be a Finns.
I reckon I'm going to go the Finns.
Really?
Yeah.
Against
Dogs
the
need to
informed
lose
dogs.
one. They need to lose one.
Fuck, I can't steer away from the Dogs at the moment.
I
They'll
know.
win 12-8 or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
12-0. Fuck.
This next one, I think it's a bit stiff to old Canberra. Like, it is quite long and it's warm.
Yeah, but what about the reverse fixture of this?
Where we said
When
cold,
we said
long,
cold,
and
long,
shit.
and shit. Oh!
I'm not, all right, well, with that, I'm not putting the mocker on.
Is it hot, hot, short, and sweaty? Hot, long, and sweat.
Hot, short, and good. Nah, yeah, I'm going to stick with the Cows, I reckon.
got
They'll
to.
be stinging after last week. They'll get a win here.
Oh, here we go with the riveter.
Oh, Campbelltown.
Ah!
Are you going to tip Campbelltown?
I don't know.
Fuck me. If there was
Surely
any-
with all the drama that's gone on with the Trell this week.
Yeah, well, Latrell.
Sorry, Le Smell.
Little sniff.
Le Sniff.
Mate, he was just riding a card. He was just riding on a card on the table. He wasn't doing nothing.
Oh, that's what Le Smell was doing.
Yeah, fucking hell. Nah,
Well, I heard, someone told me that he doesn't even, everyone's saying that they think it was cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that he doesn't even like cocaine. He just enjoys the smell of it.
I was wondering where the fuck you were going with
That's what he said.
Well, he did. And that's coming from like proper trustworthy source
That is
as well.
that is a source.
Buzz Rothfield told you.
Yeah, one of his sources told me, which I will not reveal ever.
Cannot.
I'm going to tip the Tigs. Fuck it.
Look, there's not much on the line for me in the NRL, so I'm going to tip the Tigs here.
Righto. The Dragons, they win at Win, surely, against 44-0
Well, it's not
thumping
called
Titans.
Lose Stadium, is it? And then the last one.
This is an easy round.
Yeah, it's got to be Sharks.
It's a piss in. We'll get 8 from 8 there.
Broncos, tipping them this week too. Easy 2 points.
They should knock the bye off.
Thank fuck. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if we somehow lost in a bye.
Somehow 3 go down injured at training.
While she's broken his hand too.
Yeah, I know.
So, wait, everyone's shitting all over him, calling him a soft cunt the whole game. He played the whole fucking 80 minutes with, well, not the whole 80, but he played most of the game with a broken hand.
He gets fucking
Give him a
roughed up
spell.
every single week.
Yeah.
And just gets up
He's
and
going to be
moves on.
bruised and battered forever.
Except when he gets murdered by Suoli, he doesn't get up from that. Or he did get up.
Took him a few minutes, but
Yeah.
into the AFL Friday night. Essendon take on the Swans. I'm tipping the Swans.
Could it be an absolute
Are you thinking about
move?
Are you thinking about
Would
it?
it not be Essendon?
Well, yes, I wouldn't be surprised at all
I'm tipping
by
it.
it. Are ya?
Yeah.
Fuck, I had a shocking week.
Would it
so
not be Essendon?
It would be so Essendon. But if Sydney had have lost to Collingwood,
Yeah.
then maybe. But
They should be back.
I think they're going to go on
I'll
a bit of
tip
a
them
roll
anyway.
into
Fuck
September.
it. Come on, Essendon.
People First Stadium.
Yep.
Swans.
I'm tipping the home ground.
We should have given Noah the fucking punter this week.
Gold
We still
Coast.
can, actually.
Yeah.
Because he'll just go 5 units from the Suns
We
every fucking time.
We still need to give fucking Tommy Kilometres a go too.
Haven't we given him a go?
For giving us a little clipping reminder every Thursday, every
is
Wednesday.
well and true.
Oh shit!
We've got
It's
the post.
Tuesday.
We've got the post up.
Is it up?
It's up.
Ah.
We don't have a punter selected yet, but
That's why I left you in charge, Jace.
I would be lying if I didn't see Tommy Kilometres post and go, we need a punter.
Every week.
Last week, I didn't see that he beat me to it, but today I definitely saw it and went, this fucker. He's got
It's fucked because you feel so good when you
Yeah.
beat him. But it
Fucking
should be
oath.
the other way
But he's
around.
getting earlier. I think we just need to change the. Oi, we're going to do it at like Tuesday nights now, all right? Late Tuesday halves. So just settle
Late
down to
Tuesday
Tuesday
nights.
mornings.
Yeah, righto. We'll make a change. What do we do here?
Jesus.
This is a good game.
You know, GWS need to lose one before
True.
September, but is it going to be this one?
Nah.
No, it's not.
They'll win. They'll win this week.
Frio is getting some must-win.
I know.
games, though,
I
'cause-
know. I would love to see them lose because Hawthorn then move above them, obviously.
Yeah, it's kind of at the point now where
Granted, we win.
You're praying for other teams to win and this team to
Yeah.
lose because it's really going to affect your
Yeah.
own team, won't it?
Yeah.
This one, Lions will show up and the Fitzroy fans will too, I reckon.
You reckon?
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
tip
grand
'em.
final replay.
They're going to fucking stand up.
Same result as the grand final. Go the Pies.
Wow. Go the Pies. I don't want to ever hear you say
Brisbane
that
are right
again.
there with us as well. You know, like
Everyone's right there with everyone.
I know. I'm just tipping for what I need to happen.
I think Lions will,
for the,
Lions will bounce back.
Hawks.
That loss last week will sting them and they'll go, righto.
Yeah.
Let's fucking head into September strong. Speaking of heading into September strong, Cattery should get up here.
Yeah, I'm
So-
going to tip them.
Yep, me
I am
too.
gonna
I
tip
don't
'em.
know why. It's like something about me is going fuck. And this isn't a Geelong thing. This is just a few teams this season in the back end of the season. Even like the Dogs. It's like you get a huge win away, and then you just go right. I was like, would it surprise me if St Kilda upset us
No, it wouldn't at all.
for no
But-
skillful reason at all, just because of how the season's unfolded?
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not treating any fucking game like an easy win for the rest of the year. Just
So
because
there's
of-
the fucking biggest each way of the year.
It's each way against my own team as well. I'm just saying that even though we play West Coast next week at Cardinia Park, I'm not even confident about that just because of how
Wow.
this season's unfolded.
Wow. Well, we've got a showdown.
Ooh,
We've got a showdown at the Adelaide Oval. I'm sure Adelaide fans would be hoping that this would be a battle for the top 4 or something this
Yeah.
year with a second last round, but it's not. Another one where you go, this would not shock me if Port shit the bed.
Not at all.
I'm going to tip the Crows. Fuck
I
it.
honestly am thinking about tipping the Crows too, purely from the
Well, don't
fact
think
of
about it.
they could just spoil the party here. Right, you want to play top 4 footy? How about we shit on you in the showdown? Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yes.
Wait,
Now-
I didn't get to the position that I am in this ladder, not fucking taking
That's right.
risks this
That's
year.
fucking right. Now, what did I say before about how it's a 3-horse race for the last 2 spots in the top 8? At the moment.
Dogs,
Hawks,
Carlton.
Carlton. They're all on 48 points. They've all got a similar percentage. Have a go at the 3 teams that they're all fucking playing.
16th, 17th, 18th. Wow.
Are you kidding?
And-
Doggies are playing North, which I'm tipping. Hawthorn are playing Richmond, which I'm tipping Hawthorn.
Agreed.
And then
Yep.
this is the one. This
Bro.
is the season definer. You've got, it's almost even at the line on Bluebet between West Coast and Carlton. West Coast are favourites.
10 cents favourites.
Favourites
Holy fuck.
because of all the injuries and
yeah.
it's long.
It's super long.
And I think I'm going to tip West Coast. It's hard to do, but I'm going to fucking do it. 3 games on Sunday. Tip all 3 home teams, even though 2 of the games are,
I've tipped Carlton almost
Four
every
Melbournes.
fucking week, man, and they just keep losing.
well, fucking don't tip them.
I've got to.
That is honestly
They're not
got-
going to lose the next 2 games as well going
Mate,
into fucking
that
September,
game has
surely.
got thumping on it, written on it, I reckon.
For West Coast.
No, thumping for Carlton.
Oh,
It
what's
has got, here's the slide with 16,000 litres of fucking dish soap on it, and they are just sliding. Honestly, it has got flogging 40 plus West Coast written on it.
That's a fucking very big call.
I reckon.
I'm going
Mate,
to tip the baggers.
who are they going to take over there?
True. They
They're
can't
going to have
just...
to sign 3 cunts just to
They're
take
going to
a
have to
squad.
clone Paddy Cripps, and that's their only fucking chance.
They're going to have to sign 3 new blokes just to take a squad over there.
I actually feel for Paddy because if Carlton had have just won a couple more games, he probably would have easily got the Brownlow.
Probably won the Brownlow.
And
He may
now
still.
It's
He
hard
wouldn't
for
have
him
got
to
any
get-
votes last week.
Yeah, it's hard for him to getting 3 votes in these kind of games. They're getting humped in.
Yeah. So there's the tips. When I looked at it and I thought, you have got to be kidding. All 3 teams fighting for those last couple of spots
Yeah.
are all playing the shittest teams in the comp.
And it's not even fair to say West Coast are the shittest.
No.
They got their favourites and they had 30% tipping for them.
Yeah.
Whereas the other 2 was 98% and 2.
Yeah. 98 and 2. That's bad, eh?
That's very bad.
Right. I got some big news.
Do ya?
Big news from the Standard Squeeze team.
Oh, we
you
do.
know about it.
Fucking
You know
oath we
about it. So this isn't going to be the old fucking go out and buy one because of this, this, and this. You all know. You all know. But the Standard Squeeze is in BCF.
They've reached it, boys.
How good is
They've
that?
reached the top.
All the hard work, all the advertising, all the blood, the sweat, the tears poured into the company since 2019. Over the last few years, it's all paid off because they've landed themselves on the BCF shelves. Just congratulations to everyone involved, really.
It's
to
the
Standard
pinnacle
Squeeze.
of, all that gear that we talk about.
Camping,
taking away
boating,
camping.
fishing gear.
Yeah, exactly right. They've
To end up there.
reached the pinnacle of it.
Look, we only deal with Ash, obviously, so we always say Ash and the team, but just the whole family. It's a family-run thing.
what makes it even
Congratulations
better.
to them all. I am so proud to say that we know them, and
Exactly.
I'm proud to represent your product or their product on our little show at the Reggies.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
We both continue to grow through this big, wide world, and
Yeah.
they've been with us from the start. And not only are they a sponsor, like you mentioned, they're a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The whole
Proud
family.
is the word.
Proud.
Proud of them.
Understatement.
Look, you still can go to thestandardsqueeze.com and use the code Reggie15 for 15% off at checkout.
But if you forget and you go, fuck, I need a standard squeeze for my weekend away, I need it now, go to your local BCF, mate, because it's going to fucking be there.
Yeah, maybe. They're not in every single store, but they're in
There's a good
lot
chance.
of them. So there's a fairly good chance. Now, disclaimer, this award is not related to the Standard Squeeze team. They have no say in who we give this prestigious award
It's
to.
all up to us.
It is all us shitting on the person each week. This does not reflect them in any way whatsoever. Had to say that because B-girl Raygun Rachel Gunn is getting it.
As a
And I
good
know that
disclaimer.
she's divided the nation because
She
there's
has.
people saying, oh, I feel sorry for her. She just had a go. And there's others saying, you suck. Never do that again.
And we are on the you suck, never do that again bandwagon.
Sorry, but if you don't know, someone's got to tell
Well,
you.
I'm not going to fucking get on here and lie
No.
just because we have a public audience.
If you don't know, someone's got to tell you.
That's right.
Like, I would be upset at you. I'd be that pissed off. Let's say I tried to take up singing. Gropers, I'm going to sing. I think I'm really good. Like, I know I'm really good. I am delusional in the fact that I know I'm good. I've trained for years, my whole life. Never actually listened to myself because if I had have, I'd know I suck.
Never looked in the mirror.
So I'm doing it. I'm going on a fucking show. I'm going on Australian Idol.
Well, it's more than that because if you told me that you're going to go sing for the nation and represent our
Represent
beautiful
Australia. I'm going
country-
to Eurovision, Jace.
Yes. If you
I've
said
somehow
you're going to
managed to
Eurovision,
get into Eurovision and I'm representing
I
Australia.
come up to you and I grab you in the shoulder and I say, mate, don't because you're going to embarrass this beautiful nation.
Thank you.
Stick to what you're good at and it's
Yep.
sitting behind a fucking microphone and talking shit, not singing into it.
All right, excellent. And I'd say, I don't believe you. And then all you'd have to do is put a set of headphones on me and say, listen to yourself.
Does she have shit mates? Did they not
Got
fucking
it.
just
She have any?
Yeah, well, where's the honesty? At what point do you just go, look, love
The gun.
I love it, but just maybe don't embarrass us.
Please don't.
It was the fact of that was like the
And
last.
I'd appreciate you for doing that for me.
Yeah, you would because you'd realize and go, fuck, I didn't embarrass this nation.
Hey, I'm not
You
a singer.
saved me. Yeah,
Singing's
You know
not
what,
for
Jace?
everyone. It's
Yeah.
not for me.
Mate, I wouldn't come at you maliciously. I would just tell you, pure honesty. And that's because I'm your mate.
And you know what else you could say? Hey, why don't you go do some karaoke at the pub?
Yes.
At the local pub.
Let's head on down to the Yoz.
And you can
after this.
absolutely sing your fucking heart out.
Yes, and no one's
And
gonna
everyone will
fucking
love
judge
it.
you.
Because it's karaoke.
That's right. If you want to go break dance, Raygun, fucking go do it down at the local PCYC on
And
a
everyone
Wednesday
will love
night.
it.
They'll love it.
Because you suck. Oh,
wow.
righto. There's your squeeze. That
I
was
don't think we have.
Gilly, you can clip that up too. That was fucking excellent.
I don't think we have trimmed someone as much on a single.
Yeah,
show
but
as
it's
we
a
have with
nice
her.
trimming because we're
It is.
helping her out.
We're looking out for her as a fellow Aussie.
All right. CTC, Country Trucker Claps. Country
Did I
Trucker
not?
Caps. Love the show. Loves the show. Knuckles, an absolute champion. CTC have they've taken over the dome cover game, haven't
Mate,
they?
you see one
You
on every
cannot
second bloke.
leave the
And
house
well.
without seeing one. Head over to thecountrycompanies.com for all your designs. You cannot go wrong. Support the blokes who are doing good things for us. It's hard to pick one of these Olympians, mate. It is fucking hard.
Look, we said Aussies a couple of weeks ago when the Olympics start.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair enough that if the squeeze is someone who's tried to tarnish this beautiful nation's reputation, we should give it to the people who have stood up and made us fucking proud.
Yeah.
That's
all
all.
of them. All of them.
All of them. Not even the ones that just
Not just
won
the
medals.
goldies,
Not
silveries,
just the silvers and the
bronzies. Get them in there.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Fucking all of them. Bar
Love
one.
your work. If I had to really, really pinpoint it down, I would go for that. If they probably would have got it actually if they just showed me a bit more in their interview after the cyclist, because
Yeah.
we haven't won that in 20 years.
Yeah.
And we're proud track cyclists
Fucking
as a
oath.
nation, you know. But Nina Kennedy, just fuck,
That
she was good.
interview
First
as
ever,
well and breaking the record.
women's field event. Gold
It's like
medalist
when
for Australia.
I didn't get to see it live, so when I woke up and I saw that weird one in pole vaulting, I went,
Come again?
Like, yeah, what the fuck? That's not our strong suit. We won 4 golds overnight. I think she was one
Yeah,
of the 4, wasn't
in the
she?
dinghy.
Yeah. And I was went,
track.
holy fuck. I was like, I spent this whole week thinking we're about to just drop out of the race. And we sat 3rd for a while. And Japan beat us
We
by 2
just got
golds.
overtaken by the Japanese.
Yep.
Heaps of badminton and table tennis towards the end, which didn't help our chances there.
Nah.
They're good at it. I'll give it to them. They're good at it.
fucking are.
See, they didn't try and fucking break dance. Righto, we'll wrap it up there. That's enough. We'll never speak of Raygun again.
No, we can't.
Massive weekend ahead. Thanks for everyone for tuning in, and we will see you Friday morning for the Punch Show. All the best.
Hooroo.